Welcome to 2025, where Kubernetes isn't just a buzzword, it's the backbone of modern cloud-native applications. If you're still wondering why everyone is talking about Kubernetes, or if it's the right fit for your tech stack, this video is for you. Hey, I'm Jason with Cumulus Consulting, and today we'll explore why Kubernetes has become the default choice for managing containers, how it's changing the cloud-native game, and what's next on the horizon. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Why Kubernetes is dominating. Kubernetes isn't just popular, it's practically everywhere. But why? Let's break it down. First, Kubernetes solves one of the biggest challenges in modern development, scaling applications without breaking a sweat. Whether you're a startup with a dozen containers or an enterprise with thousands, Kubernetes orchestrates them effortlessly. Second, portability. Kubernetes doesn't care if you're on AWS, Azure, GCP, or your own data center. It's like the Switzerland of cloud platforms. Neutral, flexible, and surprisingly efficient. Fun fact, over 90% of Fortune 500 companies are already using Kubernetes in some capacity. So if you're not on board yet, you might be falling behind. How Kubernetes simplifies cloud native. Think of Kubernetes as your app's personal assistant. It handles scheduling, scaling, and load balancing so you can focus on building features, not managing infrastructure. Let's say your app is blowing up on a Friday night. Without Kubernetes, you'd have to manually spin up more servers, configure load balancers, and pray nothing breaks. With Kubernetes, auto-scaling kicks in, and your app runs like a dream. No sweaty late-night firefighting sessions required. Here's a pro tip. Combine Kubernetes with scalability tools like ArgoCD or Flux for automated deployments. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Challenges of Kubernetes adoption. Now, I won't sugarcoat it. Kubernetes isn't all rainbows and unicorns. The learning curve can feel steeper than Mount Everest. Terms like pods, nodes, and ingress controllers can make your head spin. And then there's operational complexity. Running Kubernetes in production requires proper monitoring, security configurations, and resource management. If you're not prepared, you'll end up with what we call Kubernetes sprawl. Too many clusters and not enough control. But don't worry, managed Kubernetes services like Amazon EKS, Azure AKS, and Google GKE take the heavy lifting off your plate. They handle the underlying infrastructure so you can focus on your applications. Think of it like hiring a personal trainer for your Kubernetes journey. They make sure you don't accidentally pull a muscle or delete a production cluster. What's next for Kubernetes in 2025 and beyond? So what's next for Kubernetes? The landscape is evolving rapidly, and here are 3 trends to watch. Serverless Kubernetes. Platforms like Knative are making Kubernetes more lightweight and event-driven, perfect for serverless architectures. AI and machine learning workloads. Kubernetes is becoming the go-to platform for deploying AI models at scale, with tools like Kubeflow leading the charge. Edge computing. As Internet of Things or IoT grows, Kubernetes is being adapted to manage applications at the edge, enabling low latency processing for smart devices. Here's a pro tip. Stay ahead of the curve by exploring these trends early. Start with a small pilot project to experiment without risking production workloads. Is Kubernetes right for you? Now, here's the million-dollar question. Is Kubernetes right for you? If you're running containerized applications, need scalability, and want to future-proof your infrastructure, the answer is probably yes. But if you're a smaller team with simpler needs, Kubernetes might feel like overkill. Start small, or look at alternatives like Docker Swarm or managed platform-as-a-service solutions. Kubernetes is like adopting a Great Dane. It's powerful and impressive, but if you're not ready for the responsibility, you might end up overwhelmed. And there you go. Kubernetes is revolutionizing the way we build and deploy cloud-native applications. But it's not without its challenges. What's your take on Kubernetes? Are you using it, considering it, or still on the fence? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this information helpful. And if you're ready to dive into Kubernetes or need help managing your clusters, let's chat. Email's in the description.